Okay. So the news keeps dropping here. We keep getting more news, and it's not very good news. Well, it sounds like good news right now, but this is not going to be very good news. Apparently, Disney is now wanting to get with Fortnite. Yes, they're wanting to get into Fortnite and all of that. So I'm going to be talking about this and my thoughts on this in this video and why this is not a very good idea for the fans and for the company itself. Not just Fortnite, but Disney too, because there will be some problems probably with Fortnite too. So yeah. Now, before I get into the video, you guys know the drill. Please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I don't really talk about Disney much anymore and all that because currently they're not getting any better. Heck, I'm starting to get to the point where I'm getting sick of well, I'm not really sick of it. I just don't feel like watching like Clownfish TV and all that talk about Disney anymore because it's just getting tiresome. But not just for me to talk about it, but for me to listen to it too, because it's getting overwhelming. But I really want to talk about this, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this. So you guys don't have to stick around if you guys don't want to hear my thoughts on this, but I need to get this out of the way. So for people who are still sticking around, let's go ahead and talk about this. Oh, the magical world of Disney. It used to be so magical. Unfortunately, not anymore. But yes, it's not a very magical company anymore. I know they've had problems throughout history and all that. They've had tons of problems. But since Iger has gotten in charge of the company, it's gotten so much worse. I'm actually kind of missing Michael Eisner at this point. At least with Michael Eisner, I know people are pointing out some flaws with him and all that, and I think there's people talking that he was kind of a weirdo and all that, but for some of the stuff he said. But at least there was some good stuff coming out with him. Now it feels like Disney doesn't really care anymore. And they keep making the same problems. They're not getting any better. And, last year their movies did not do very well at all. They did freaking horrible. Yes, they did very horrible. Actually, they've been doing horrible for the last few years now. They've been doing horrible. I think their downfall has been 2019, maybe 2018, where their movie started not doing very good. I noticed the flaw more with 2019 than 2018, with all those live-action remakes and all that. I've heard people are not liking a lot of their movies that they made that year, and you can tell it's been going downhill and all that. And they were making big bucks on it, and then people quit watching the stuff because they weren't getting better. And people are just kind of walking away from the company, and watching other stuff because this company is not very good anymore. It's sad. It's very sad because this is someone who actually used to like the company and all that, but it's just been going downhill. And a lot of people are saying it's been going downhill, since it's been going downhill since, like 2013 or 2012. No, it's been going downhill before that. They've shut down their hand-drawn animation division and all of that, which was what made Disney, Disney. And then they got rid of Walt's in pictures and the name. It's not just called Disney, so they made it very generic and all that. They've been making stupid decisions, and people are not happy about it, and they just don't care. And I don't understand why. They're losing freaking money. They're losing money. And this is kind of why they're going with Fortnite, because Fortnite is making a crap ton of money. It's making a crap ton of money. The problem is, though, with Fortnite is, I want to clarify, Disney has done this before. They've done this kind of thing before to bank on something that makes a lot of money. Why do you think they bought up all these pointless properties and basically made Disney too big? Like, right now, they're freaking way too big. They can't keep up with a lot of their properties and all that. They're just way too big. That's the whole thing with Iger. Well, he was doing this. I don't think he's doing this anymore, because I know he's not doing this with Star Wars. But he's talking about producing less Star Wars and Marvel content because they're making too much of it, because originally that crap was part of another, they were their own studios and all that, but now that Disney owns them, they're forced to make a bunch of that crap to make fans happy and give fans, what they want, and that's the problem. And now they're doing it with Fox too. They're just too big. They're freaking too big. Not to mention they destroyed all these franchises. They're probably gonna destroy Fortnite too. I was wanting to play Fortnite. I've been hearing people saying it's really good. I just haven't got around to it. But now that freaking Disney's gonna have some control over it, because they're partnering up with Fortnite, and by partnering up, I guarantee they're gonna gain control of some of Fortnite. They're probably gonna freaking make it more expensive. They're gonna take away, the whole fun with Fortnite by making it not as violent. They're gonna freaking probably destroy it, is what they're gonna do. But they're gonna destroy it, and it's probably going to... But it's probably going to, get ran into the ground and all that. So, and I mean, I want to clarify, they've done this with Fox. They've been doing this with Fox. They've been making stupid decisions. They've been making, I'm not sure about Family Guy, but I know The Simpsons and all of that, they've been making it more kid-friendly. They've been taking away a lot of these sex jokes and all that. They've been freaking doing that. They've been switching voice actors because of stupid reasons, and they've been doing all this stuff. And then with, Star Wars, they've been doing the same thing. They've been doing this with all their divisions. They've been freaking, slowly destroying it, and people are just tired of it. And they're gonna probably do the same thing with Fortnite, too. And I want to clarify that Disney has definitely done this with... They've actually done something like this before, where they, not just with, I already talked about the studios, but they've actually bought up, they had their own freaking gaming division. They shut that down. So I'm like, why do they need, I don't get it. They freaking shut down their freaking game division and all that. But then they're turning around and partnering up with someone else. You could argue, well, they can make their own, they don't have to spend as much money on this stuff. Well, it shouldn't matter, because they had Disney Infinity and all that. They could have, used some of that to make, their own stuff and all, because they own all the stuff. Like I said, they own too much crap because they can't keep up with all of it, and some of it they're making too much of it, and it's making them not make as much original crap because they own too much shit. But they had their own gaming division. They shut it down, and instead they're wanting to freaking take over Fortnite or something. So I'm like, I don't get it. I feel like they just don't have a plan, and they also have bought up Maker Studio, which by the way was part of YouTube. But they've done that. They bought up Maker Studios to compete with YouTube, and it didn't go too well. I don't think this is gonna go very well either. I think they're gonna run it into the ground, and they're gonna... Now they don't own... They're not gonna... I'm gonna clarify here. They're not gonna flat out buy Fortnite. But they're spending over $1 billion on this stuff. They're gonna clarify. They're gonna spend $1 billion, on this stuff, and they're probably gonna gain some control over Fortnite. So, yeah, there goes people's dreams of Fortnite. I mean, I'm sure they'll probably come up with another game, Division 2, that probably might be like Fortnite. I mean, we got Smash Brothers. I mean, Nickelodeon's making like their own Smash Brothers game. I'm not sure if DreamWorks is doing this, but I know that Nickelodeon's doing this, and then they've got like Nintendo and all that. But Fortnite, you're actually using weapons, or it's basically supposed to be like, I'm not sure, but I believe it's like Kingdom Hearts, kind of, sort of. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But yeah, basically though, they're not gonna. Disney's not gonna buy Fortnite, but they're spending all this money so they can gain some control over it. Because Iger wants that money, and I want to clarify that last year they laid off thousands of people, and I mean some of them probably are some of those employees probably, weren't doing their job right and all that, but a lot of them were probably doing very well, and they freaking laid them off. They freaking pushed them aside, laid them off, because they didn't have enough money for it, and they needed to save some money, but then they turn around and blow fucking money on this shit. So, yeah, I feel bad for the employees that are doing their best at Disney, and they just throw them overboard. But at least they have other studios they can go to and all that. But yeah, I just feel bad, for like people like not just the Disney employees who get thrown overboard because Disney doesn't have enough money, and they could sell some of this shit off they don't need, make their money back, and all that, and make good crap again, because I guarantee, I know some of these movies were forced to be bad, because, they changed up, like, the movies, like there was a movie, last year, Wish, they changed it up and ruined it, because it sounded like it was going to be so much better. They changed it up, and I think the employees there were probably pissed. So Disney's got a lot to do with this crap. And I mean, yeah, some of these movies are just bad because they're bad, and it's the employees' faults. But it's not always the employees' at their faults. It's sometimes the studios themselves that do this crap. But yeah, they sadly, they got laid off last year, and Disney doesn't have a whole lot of money as it is, but now they're gonna go and bank on this crap, which is probably gonna fail, because they're gonna get too greedy, and I hate to say this too, but I kind of wish Chapek was in charge. Still, I know Chapek was a bad CEO too, but I don't think Chapek would have freaking did this crap, like keeps blowing money on more crap. I mean, he wasn't doing very well either. He basically wasn't really doing a lot to save the company either, but yeah, he wasn't doing a whole lot. But now that Iger's back, Iger is basically dragging it down even worse, and it's going on longer. They freaking should have just had someone else become the CEO and not Iger again, because with Iger in charge, the company is not getting better. A lot of people were probably hoping that with Iger coming back, he would have realized his mistakes and would have fixed them, but he's not fixing them. I knew he wasn't going to do it, because the guy can't admit when he's wrong, and he blames everybody else. He blames COVID, he blames this and that, but he won't ever admit he screwed up. And he keeps announcing crap and then backing down on it. So, like, he was announcing he was gonna sell off all these assets. Well, not all of them, but a lot of these assets he was gonna sell off, like Hulu and all that, but instead he freaking doesn't do it. And I'm not sure why he doesn't do it. Like, is he trying to make him look good in front of the investors or something? Because, if your company is losing money and going bankrupt, then I feel like that this is not really the best solution to your problem. And I thought like you'd be better off just selling some of these properties off. Because, I mean, again, if they didn't have all these properties, they wouldn't be forced to make all this stuff, and they could focus more on original stuff. I don't mind if they own, like, some stuff, but they don't really need to own all of this. They need to sell off, I think they need to sell off Fox. They definitely need to sell off Lucasfilm. They have no idea what they're doing with Lucasfilm. And then possibly Marvel. I mean, Marvel at least, well, it was doing good. It ain't doing good anymore, but they have a lot more to go off of it than, like, Star Wars and all that. But, Star Wars, they have no idea what they're doing with it at all. But yeah, as for right now, though, yeah, Disney is definitely not doing very good. It's not doing very well. It's actually going downhill even further, and the fact that, again, that they're spending all this money on this stuff, and Iger, I should say, Iger's wanting to spend money off on, and again, it's gonna backfire because they've done this crap so many times before. Every damn time it has failed. Iger just needs to know when to quit. He needs to freaking quit doing this shit. Bring Disney back to the way it was. Give the fans what they want. I mean, sometimes it's alright to experiment a little bit. And that goes for buying stuff. It's alright sometimes, but they have too much shit. They're too big, and they're just collapsing on themselves. And I want to clarify, if freaking Disney goes under, all the freaking shit that they bought goes under with them. All of it does. And I know some people, just don't care if this shit burns anymore, like Star Wars and all that, but I want to see that stuff do good. And I'd rather see it get sold off than freaking go under. But yeah, sadly, it looks like it might end up going under. I don't know. There's actually talk to the Elon Musk on Twitter. I didn't bring this up the last time I made a Disney video, but he might end up he's talking about wanting to buy Disney up and all that. I don't know if I want him to buy Disney up, honestly. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, with Twitter and all that, there hasn't been a whole lot of I haven't noticed as many toxic stuff going on Twitter, but he did remove the Twitter he basically turned Twitter into a completely different company, and I kind of wish he would have freaking kept Twitter in there and saved it and all that. Plus, he's to text and all that. Like, you can only text for a limited amount of time, unless you want to pay, for a certain amount of months and all that to text and create tweets and stuff on there for make them longer. You basically are forced to do that. So if you want to talk about something, that's kind of ridiculous. And I have a feeling if he bought Disney, he probably would freaking get rid of the name. The name Disney probably would be gone. It probably would be completely gone. And I wouldn't want it gone. I want Walt his pictures to be back on there. I would honestly wouldn't care if he brought back the freaking 2D castle. I mean, I don't mind the 2006 one, but honestly, I kind of wish he would bring back the 2D castle in a way, like keep the new logo, but But I have a feeling what he'll probably end up doing is he'll probably end up keeping the castle part, but he'll probably end up he'll probably change the name or something of it, and that's not really what I want, but I don't know, but yeah, I don't know, but as for right now, honestly, I don't know if it could get any worse than it already is. Disney's just, it's just bad, like, it's freaking bad right now, like, it is awful. It's just awful, like, most of the good employees either quit, or they got or they got laid off. They got laid off because, Disney can't afford them, but then turns around and buys shit like this, and then they don't have any really good movies really coming out. I mean, they have some sequels that I mentioned in another video, but there's just freaking too many sequels, too many live-action remakes. They just don't have a whole lot going for them, and their parks are freaking expensive too. The rides are always falling apart. It's very complicated, I hear, to go in the parks. So right now, Disney doesn't have anything going for them right now. They don't. And I mean, when I was little, I wanted to go to their parks, but now I don't want to go to their parks anymore because I don't want to go to their parks anymore because of what they, because they're too complicated. They've taken away the nostalgic feeling, and I mean, I get they have to change rides up, because you gotta introduce people to new stuff, but they've been making unnecessary changes to classic rides, and it's just, I don't feel like going to the Disney parks anymore. I mean, I never went when I was little, but I did want to go when I was little, but now I don't want to go. But I don't know what to say here. I don't even know if I want to do Fortnite or not now. I don't, because of after all this crap. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of afraid of what they're gonna do to Fortnite, but it can't be much worse than what they're doing with their animation departments right now. I mean, consider they had full control over a lot of that crap. Minus Pixar. Pixar, I think, still has a little bit of control over there. That's why it hasn't gotten as bad, but it still sucks. But I don't know. I don't know what to really say there, but this is probably just going to end up being a bad thing. But I'm probably going to go ahead and let this video go. I don't have anything else to really say here, so I guess if you guys played Fortnite, let me know what you guys think of the game, and what do you think about Disney gaining control over it and spending all their money they don't really have over there, because I think it's stupid, but I don't know. But I mean, Fortnite looks interesting, but I don't know much about it. But anywho, I'm going to go ahead and let things go from here. See you all next time. Bye-bye.